Amy Slaton, who plays the role of Sisters, 1,000 pounds, is struggling with more than just her weight. During the show that aired the week before, she disclosed yet another filthy habit that she is struggling with. To learn more about what it is, continue reading this article. Sisters weighing 1,000 pounds. What? Amy Slaton has to say, "At this very now, there is a great deal going on 1,000 pound. Sisters." Amy is undertaking her own quest to rid her home of clutter and break her tendency of hoarding, despite the fact that everyone is going through their own challenges. As of the most recent episode, she has disclosed that the hoarding issues that she inherited are the source of all the clutter that she has in her home. It appears that Amy's mother and grandmother were both hoarders. According to reports from Realtor.com, Amy is attempting to put a stop to it in her home early. "The hoarding problem is something that our family does have," she explains. "Grandma was a hoarder. Mom was a hoarder. Currently, I have a tendency to hoard things." In light of this, she decides to recruit the assistance of her sister Tammy and her brother Chris in order to assist her in beginning the spring cleaning process. In her explanation, she argues that having them there will assist her in making the difficult choices. As a means of making the process less difficult for Amy and her family, she even purchased a massive dumpster. In a revelation, Amy says, "I'm hoping that now that Tammy and Chris are here, I won't think about it as much. Instead of saying things like, 'That was Gage's first toy,' or 'Gage got that for his birthday,' I'll just say, 'Okay, throw it away.' When you know what I'm going to say, throw it away." It had been half a year since I last saw it. They haven't experimented with it a deal of this nature. It goes without saying that the entire process does not proceed exactly as neatly as that. Despite the fact that the crew is working through the heaps of clutter, Amy is still having a hard time getting go of numerous things. Nevertheless, she was successful in getting rid of a number of things. Anything else that is going on? According to what was stated earlier, there is a great deal going on with each and every member of the family during this season of 1,000 pound. Sisters! First and foremost, Amanda Halterman has disclosed that she would be relocating to Florida in order to be with her boyfriend, RJ. This information comes after a significant altercation with Tammy Slaton, which resulted in Tammy being evicted from the houses that Amanda was renting. The revelation, despite the drama, has left the entire family in a state of complete and utter devastation, particularly Chris, who has been working very hard to act as a mediator between all of his sisters. Nevertheless, Chris may take it easy because, as was previously stated, it is possible that this connection did not last. Evidently, Amanda has returned to Kentucky at this time, despite all of the drama that has been surrounding her relocation to Florida in order to be away from her family. She removed all traces of RJ from her social media accounts and even asserts that he ended up just disappearing without a trace. The reality television show 1,000 Pound Sisters has become a cultural phenomenon, captivating audiences with the struggles, triumphs, and dramatic lives of its stars, Amy and Tammy Slaton. At the heart of the show is Amy Slaton, a woman whose journey towards weight loss, family dynamics, and personal revelations has been both relatable and heartbreaking. Throughout the series, viewers have witnessed Amy's battles with obesity, her efforts to change her lifestyle, and of course, her personal revelations that have sparked both empathy and controversy. One such revelation that has caused a stir is Amy's admission of a dirty habit she struggled with for much of her life. This habit is something she herself was not fully aware of until she began her journey toward physical and mental health. As a mother, wife, and individual navigating extreme obesity, Amy's struggles are not just about weight, but about mental health, self-awareness, and the gradual process of coming to terms with personal flaws and habits. In this article, we will delve into Amy Slaton's life, exploring the context surrounding her confession, the habit she revealed, and how it reflects deeper issues related to weight, health, and self-perception. This exploration will also consider how Amy's openness with her audience provides valuable insight into the struggles that come with living in a larger body, and how public figures like Amy use their platform to promote change. The story of Amy Slaton. Amy Slaton's life before 1,000-Pound Sisters was anything but ordinary. Alongside her sister Tammy, Amy grew up in an environment where food was often used as a means of coping. Both sisters struggled with obesity from a young age, a challenge that was only exacerbated by family dynamics, mental health issues, and the inability to develop healthy coping mechanisms. Growing up in Kentucky, where Amy and Tammy faced limited access to healthier food choices and lacked adequate support, their struggles became more pronounced. The Slaton sisters were both incredibly close and formed a strong support network within their immediate family. However, that bond was often tested by their struggles with food. Amy's weight became a significant issue in her adulthood, particularly when she reached 400 pounds, a dangerous weight that led to numerous health complications. At the start of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amy's weight and health were major focal points, but so too was her determination to get better for herself and her family. Amy's journey on the show has not only focused on weight loss, but also on her personal growth. She's had to contend with difficult truths about her health, relationships, and habits that have at times been difficult to face. One of these dirty habits, which Amy revealed during a particularly vulnerable moment, was her unhealthy relationship with food. She was not only eating excessively, but also eating for emotional comfort. This habit, Amy admitted, contributed to her unhealthy weight and compromised her physical and mental well-being. Revealing the dirty habit. In an episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amy opened up about her dirty habit, which shocked both her family and fans. She explained that, for years, she would secretly binge eat in private. Amy was not only consuming large quantities of food, but she also confessed that she often engaged in secret eating sessions, hiding the evidence from those around her. This habit was an extension of the emotional coping mechanisms that Amy had developed throughout her life. Food provided comfort in moments of stress, sadness, and emotional turmoil. Amy's habit wasn't just about consuming food, it was about the secrecy and shame surrounding her eating. She would buy foods she knew she shouldn't eat, such as fast food, chips, and candy, and would consume them alone, hiding the evidence from her family. The secrecy allowed her to maintain a semblance of control over her life in an otherwise chaotic and emotionally turbulent environment. However, the habit only contributed to her weight gain and deteriorating health. The revelation of Amy's habit was a turning point for her. It marked a moment of self-realization and honesty, not just with her audience but with herself. The recognition of this secret eating behavior opened the door to understanding why she had such a complicated relationship with food. It wasn't just about addiction, it was about using food as a way to fill emotional voids and soothe feelings of inadequacy and loneliness. The emotional toll of obesity. For many people struggling with obesity, food can serve as a coping mechanism for emotional distress. Amy's habit of binge eating was a response to difficult emotions and life experiences. Growing up, she didn't have the tools or resources to deal with emotional challenges in a healthy way, so she turned to food. This behavior isn't uncommon among individuals with eating disorders or those living in larger bodies. In fact, it's often a way of numbing pain and avoiding uncomfortable feelings. Obesity, especially when it reaches a severe level, can have a profound emotional toll. It can lead to feelings of shame, isolation, and self-loathing. For Amy, the emotional weight of her size was compounded by her public persona. On 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amy was open about her struggles with body image, self-esteem, and depression. These struggles were exacerbated by her unhealthy eating habits, and the combination of the two created a vicious cycle. The more she ate to cope with negative emotions, the more her weight increased, which in turn led to more emotional distress. Amy's ability to publicly reveal her struggles with binge eating gave her an opportunity for personal growth. By opening up about her dirty habit, she began the process of breaking the cycle of shame and self-destructive behavior. This honesty with herself and her audience marked a significant step toward healing, not only physically but also emotionally. The role of family and support. While Amy's revelation of her secret eating habits was an intensely personal moment, it was also shaped by her relationships with her family. Amy's husband, Michael Halterman, and her children, as well as her sister Tammy, played significant roles in both her emotional well-being and her efforts to lose weight. On the show, Michael is depicted as a loving and supportive partner, though not without his own challenges and frustrations, especially when it came to Amy's health.